Relieve stress. Holy smokes.
You just press decompress.
That button is real big.
Obviously, taking out to the end there. What do you feel like maybe the last 6 minutes led to the outcome?
I mean, in games like that, the last 6 minutes are just about guarding the ball and getting the rebound, and guys knocking down shots. It's not plays, not schemes. It's just will. And we've been in these situations before, but we're building a bit of a base with the guys who are new with us. Jock, not playing past few games, coming in, being ready. Ish didn't play yesterday. He comes in and plays a huge role. And then down the stretch, our guys made enough plays. I just felt like the 50-50 ball just went their way like time and time again. We just couldn't come up with that ball. But I told our guys, like, whether it's officiating or the ball not bouncing our way, we just got to keep our poise, and I thought we did a really good job, especially in the last seconds when we fouled. Our guys were on board and knew exactly what we were trying to accomplish. And our spacing was pretty good when they tried to hit Book, and we were able to just execute our game plan. That might have been the only schematic thing that, helped us. But the other stuff was just our guys willing themselves to get rebounds, like DA and Torrey on the glass tonight. I thought Torrey's offensive rebound was huge to put it back. And then DA was just a monster with 21 rebounds. So just a lot of will and grit out there tonight.
Just follow up with Deandre this the last couple of games and have built in a back-to-back. What's it say about him as far as just being relentless?
I mean, to do that, after how he played last night, says a lot about the conditioning that he's put the work in. And what people don't know is the young man has been, coming to the gym at crazy hours, lifting with Corey so that he can be prepared for moments like this. And it's just good to see the work pay off. And it's good to see him have monster games against a really good team on a back-to-back. That's pretty impressive. And we let him bring it in tonight, because we typically don't look at the numbers because everybody's contributions are important, even though sometimes guys put up extraordinary numbers. Sometimes it's Book, Chris, Mikhail, and DA. But when you put 29 and 21 on a back-to-back, that's impressive.
You talk about the standard a lot with Deandre when he has huge games. Is this 2 games? Coming back to that, like this is the standard you want to.
I mean, this is, he'll say something to you guys about how I'm on him all the time. But this is why. I mean, you know what guys are capable of. They may not be able to do it every night, but we have guys that can not just put up numbers, but they can put up numbers that allow you to win games. And when you put up monster numbers like that effectively help you win games, like that is a standard. The league is full of guys who can put up numbers, but can you put up those kinds of numbers and they effectively help you win a game? That's a standard that we want to, hold our guys accountable for. And we try to call them up to that level all the time. So it's just good to see him, play that way on a back-to-back.
Is there balance there too when it's like tonight, when just the offensive glass, it's something so simple, but yet you see in the fourth quarter, everyone knows who's trying to go get it, and they just couldn't stop.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's, Kevin, he's been pushing our guys all year. I mean, Book had 4 tonight. DA had 8, Torrey had 3. Like, that's a lot of rebounds in your starting group. Sometimes Mikhail can't get him because he's guarding the toughest guy on the perimeter. But to see those guys crash and come up with impactful rebounds that allow for us to get more possessions is huge. And again, on a back-to-back, when we played a tough game last night and come back in here and have that kind of effort, it was pretty cool to watch.
Learning the lessons or kind of going through what are the biggest kind of things that you want those guys to pick up on going through some of these rate situations and plays?
Yeah, I think the guys that we've had here in the program, they understand the motives behind the things we try to do. It doesn't always work out, but we work on it enough to the point where if you're new, you're like, man, we got to do this again. And we do it over and over again because you don't need it until you need it. And the guys who have come into the program, hopefully they understand, like, these are the things that we do to try to give ourselves a competitive advantage. That's it. It's not to coach just to coach. You know, we try to do things that help us in these moments, but make no mistake about it, it's the players that execute it, because you can put all the schemes on the floor you want to. The players go out there and work within the schemes, and then they make plays.
You talked about before the game how difficult it is to get guys like Jock and in the game.
Yeah.
He came out as well, came out and had an impact.
Yeah.
Which is a luxury of a coach.
Thank you for calling me a hypocrite after a big win. I just felt like we needed some type of injection. You know, it wasn't like we weren't playing hard. We just needed a bit of a boost. And you never know. I told the coaches, I'm like, it looks good because it worked, you know, but MB's been telling me about his work, you know, and what he's been doing away from the game. He's been preparing himself for the moments like this. And look, I could go right back to Biz next game. We'll just have to wait and see. But we were having a tough time in the pick and roll, finishing around the basket outside of DA. And I just felt like we needed some type of injection, something new that could help us have a competitive advantage. That's all you're trying to do. Every decision is based on that.
Obviously didn't have the best shooting night, but still managed to put up 27, 11, 7. What were you seeing from him?
Man, I put a lot on his shoulders. I mean, he's off of back-to-back. I got him out there 39 minutes. I mean, it's, you know, hypocrite. You know what I mean? I keep saying I'm not going to do it, but it was almost like he got his second win early in the fourth. In the third, there was a turnaround jump shot, and there was play like up and down. Then he had a turnaround, and he fell, and I could see his face. I was like, man, he's tired. But then in the fourth, it was almost like he, you know, put in some high test, you know, and just kept going and going and going. And it just felt like he had another gear. And then I was able to get him out for 2 or 3 minutes, and then he came back and was able to close it out.
He gets in those modes of just, I'm going to attack the rim regardless. As a coach, you like, hey, let's still, you know.
Nah, I don't want to. I think players have to play without reins, if you will, especially the elite guys. You know, I give him keys or reminders from time to time, and he'll be like, oh, okay, coach, I got you, that kind of thing. But that mode, I don't want to mess with, because I could see what he was trying to do. We had action going on one side, and he was looking to take off because that was the only gap that he could get to the basket freely. Because every time he has the ball, there's like 2 guys in the paint waiting on him. So we were running a play while they were dealing with that. He was taking off. It seemed like a really good time to attack the basket.
Besides the bench game, it seemed like they were having quiet scoring for in the first 3. So what did you see in the adjustments down the stretch?
I mean, we just, again, it's all about competitive advantage. You don't really know. You're just trying to throw guys out there that can help you in certain areas. We felt like Jock could go out there and finish around the basket if they switched. We know he has the ability to punish smaller guys. With Ish, it was just about physicality. When we played in Utah, I can just remember being on the plane thinking to myself, we didn't give ourselves a chance to win by not being bigger and physical. And we're not bigger height-wise, but I mean, Ish is one of the few guys that, you know, he's not the tallest guy, but he's got some size on him, and he uses it well. I thought he had a couple of crackback steals tonight that really gave us some juice. And then, you know, the couple shots he made, the late clock one in the first half, and then the one in front of our bench, I was like, you know, those are ones you don't count on, but you're glad you got them when you got them. All right, thank you.
The swap shoes? I've done it a few times. Yeah.
Change your mojo a bit.
Yeah, switch it up. Shit didn't work.
It was 4 or 5 early.
Yeah, shit.
Like 4 or 5 of those shots came when you kept tipping it in on that.
Yeah, it's true, but the other 20 were missed by me.
There was you had said that asked you about his performance last night. You said that's what I'm talking about. That is the same response after the night?
Same thing, man. I don't know what he ate for Thanksgiving, but I wish I went over there. No, that's what we need out of him, man. He's bringing it. And, not even about the 29 and 20. It's just the physicality. I think he is going to realize that's what comes with it. And it's tough on teams when he's getting those second chance opportunities and getting the and ones and making free throws at the same time. So, stellar performance, back-to-back nights for him, and we're gonna keep it going.
Is that a matter of, because you embrace the contact, is that a matter of what he has to do is embrace it? I'm going to get hit, I'm going to get fouled and earn put to the line? Yeah,
just know it's coming and initiate it. Be the first one to throw the punch, and that's what he's been doing. And we're gonna stay on him every day to be on that same type of energy every night.
You get in these modes where it's like, I'm going to the rim, no matter what. I'm gonna keep going to the rim. Is that a product of not getting the call, or is it a product of I'm just gonna keep attacking until y'all actually blow his whistle?
Just a little bit of both, just reading the game, reading situations, and we've complained about free throw attempts in the past few games, and there comes a point where we gotta look at ourselves and tell each other we gotta be more physical and be more aggressive, and we did that tonight.
You guys had 17 offensive rebounds, you had 4, you had 8. Like, how much more enjoyable is that when you're able to kind of crash the board as opposed to years past?
Yeah, those are those plays that hurt. I mean, to bring it up, that's what Milwaukee did to us in the finals. It was, throw it on the rim and go get it. And, mix that with a really good shooting team too. Those second opportunities usually end up in an open three or a quick putback layup. So, something that we're stressing, something that we're working on.
It was another 1-point game, same as a week ago. What do you think was the biggest difference between tonight and the last one? Is it just those last few possessions? It can go either way, or is there something?
I have to go back and look at it. It's all jumbled up in my head right now. It's very intense game. Obviously, we wanted to, get our lick back after losing up there and, protect our home court. So that it's good energy going into SAC.
It was a real dogfight, nice stretch in the first 3 quarters, but the fourth quarter, the bench really came alive. What did you see that then? How do you feel about that? Progress to start?
Everything, just defending, getting out, sharing the ball, still on the offensive glass, and, just slowing down their actions. We were switching a lot, and, in Utah, they got a lot more slips to the basket for easy layups. And, we just wanted to be a little bit more physical and make those transactions and those switches a little bit more cleaner.
You say about a guy like John coming in and giving that spark off after sitting.
Yeah. And sitting for 2 hours a night after warmups. It just says a lot about him, his personality, his drive. And, he came in, and how many minutes was it? 5, 6? Yeah, 5. That's a big 5 minutes right there. And, that was a big part of, what we did in the fourth quarter.
That was each one, stay ready so you don't want to get ready.
Exactly. That's it.
Thanks, brother.
Well, appreciate y'all.
Oh, yeah.
So that's the game ball, right?
Oh, yeah, that one. Team gave it that one.
Devin said he don't know what you ate for Thanksgiving, but he wishes he had ate over your house.
Oh, my goodness.
After the performances you've had, so what was the menu on Thanksgiving?
I don't know everything, bro. Me, I only had one plate. I was thinking about the games, man. I know how this thing go. Still enjoyed it with the family, but other than that, me, I'm focused on business. We're not playing for these regular season games. We're playing for postseason. So we gotta test the body and see, if we can top the performance again. Can we play hard like this again? Can we close out games like this again? Is it another good team is coming in? Can we follow personnel the right way again? So that's all I was thinking about during Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is just Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying?
What led to tonight, though? Why you feel like you had
Huh?
As far as not only the scoring, but then the rebounding and getting to the line, what was working or what was going for you tonight?
Energy. You know, like I said, I'm the main guy who I have to be ready to play every night. I cannot be that guy who's easing into games. For this team, I have to be that energizer, that dude who making them plays, who's on the glass, who's dunking the ball, who's getting the crowd in it, setting hard screens, setting the tone of the physicality, moving people out the way. I'm the tone setter. And when I do that, my team follows and everything falls into play and we play Suns basketball the right way. That's all I can say.
Monty said that, he said you'll come in and probably say that he's on you all the time, but he's like, this is why. Because he sees what you're capable of. He also talked about Corey, you and him in the weight room, how big is
Oh yeah, I've been in the weight room a lot. I think this is the most I know I said that last one, but this is the most. I feel like the most because I'm doing it. I'm doing pre-workouts. I'm working out after the game. I'm working out on day offs. Just, doing stuff to get me ready for the playoffs, stuff like that. I want to be a great player. And, you got to be willing to, put up numbers and win games night in, night out. So, I think I'm to that point where this should be a norm. This is how I'm supposed to play. So, yeah.
When it comes to setting the tone, how much does hitting the offensive glass thing have?
Oh, that's big time. Getting extra possessions and seeing what we got. Even me, even trying to go back up with some of those things and drawing some fouls and then getting our defense set back down there is, it's big time against. And me, I look up to T. Craig, but I love how T. Craig, he's on the glass with me. Damian Lee's even in there sometimes, and it looked like Book almost had 10 rebounds today. 11? But yeah, man.
Yeah, like Monty referred to it as crazy hours when you were in the gym. What's their interesting thing? What was the craziest time you were in there?
Oh, he's crazy. Like, I think he's talking about the times I go in there at 9 p.m., at 10 p.m. And he's seen somebody probably told him. But yeah, I definitely go in late. I'm in there, late is probably 10 p.m. and I'm going home to around 12. The security knows it's me every time I'm walking in, just polishing up, what I need and what the defense give me in these games, man. I want to do more. I feel like I could do more, and I'm just trying my best way to contribute, to the team when I'm out there.
I imagine with the facility, it's like a 10-minute drive for you.
Yeah, right around the corner. Yeah, they definitely blessed us with an amazing facility, to do things like that and, just be around basketball, man. It's our life, it's our job, and I just want to be great at it.
Is it trying to bulk up and put on weight or just kind of make?
I can't bulk up, man. I can't. I just can't put on the weight people think I can put on my body, and I just can't move like that. This is 260. I'm going to main 260, and I love the way how I've been running, and taking contact, giving contact, and that's just me.
You talked about how, you can't ease into games. You have to immediately start playing hard.
Right.
What with did you have to change your pregame routine? How do you get yourself in the mode to from the first possession be your motor high?
It's really off the first play. Definitely getting the jump ball. That's the tone setter right there. Cause me and the bigger, we basically hitting each other on the jump ball. So that's where it all starts. Getting that jump ball, hearing the crowd cheer, and we would get into that first play. And it's just about setting the screens and the tone and seeing how the rest are officiating, if I'm setting hard screens or not. And we go from there. But other than that, it starts on the defensive end for us. All about how we get this first stop, we know we're gone. And that's how we get rolling. Defense.
Things like this when you're like that on the offensive glass. Like the Jazz are going into this game knowing you're gonna hit it. Then they see it happening through the game, you're hitting it. And then to end the game like that, to grab it, still just how does that feel as a player when everyone is aware of the thing you're trying and you're still able to do it?
That's not always gonna be the dude you see on film. You know what I'm saying? It might be a different beast you see out there. And I learned that the hard way, going all the way to the finals and stuff like that. But we can watch these films, but at the end of the day, my requirement is to crash the glass. Regardless if 3-4 dudes know I'm going to crash it, I have to do that. That's what my team, that's the requirement for my team, and that's how we get extra possessions, and that's how we win games.
You're the first 20 Suns player to have that stat line since Amar Stoudemire did. back in the day.
No.
Have you grew up watching this kind of man?
Amari, most definitely. Most definitely. Amari took over, man. That man ran Phoenix. He definitely dunked the ball more than me, man, but I'm trying to dunk the ball as much as Amari, but just hearing that and it's definitely an honor. And it tells me I'm doing something pretty good. I just gotta keep going and make sure I back up these stats with dubs. That's when it really counts.
Did a good job playing through the injuries tonight. What exactly is that injury to?
Oh yeah, I think me and Larry on the vertical when he was going up for a layup or a dunk, my verticality, I think we bumped knees in midair. I think he felt something too, but yeah, I was feeling that one for a little bit. But I went over to Monty. He was like, "You good?" I'm like, just bumped his knee. He was like, "Okay, go back in." I was like, "Okay, yeah, I got my little rest. Let me get back in." But not all that stuff is fun, man. Coach trusts us. He trusts us, and that's fun. Oh yeah, I landed on somebody. Somebody had, man. My elbow dropped on somebody dome. I don't know. I hope they good, but and one.
What did you say to Jock right before the fourth quarter?
What do you mean?
He went on the court to talk to him.
Oh yeah, I told him I need your energy. I was like, I know when you get in this thing, you gonna turn this up. I need that energy. And that he had the loudest 5 minutes I've ever seen. And he turned the whole thing around, put us in a comfortable position to really close this thing out the right way. And that's what we need, man. Coach say this is a system, and that's how we run our system. Next man up.
Yeah, you talked about establishing a level of physicality for the officials to adjust to you. How gratifying is it when you put your shoulder to somebody and then get up out?
Yeah, that feels good, man. I used to go through getting my chest carved in a lot and drawing fouls and stuff like that. So it's really, you got to play hard. The refs, they see everything, and once you play hard and you play the right way, they're gonna give you the benefit of the doubt when you on the offensive end and you really, giving that contact or initiating it the right way. So I just tried my best to do that tonight.
For the Amari dunks, we need you to poster like you have all over Kansas.
Yeah, I need one. And I need to shake my jersey like how he did. I
Yeah,
need he had a couple, huh?
Yeah.
I wish I seen that man play.
It was something.
Yeah, you should, all that.